Welcome folks, MacT here, and I have an oil that we tested at the lab and we got the results back and I thought I'd share them all with you. And this is the Liqui Moly. Yes, the Liqui Moly, and I have some test results back from that and I thought we'd go over it. Anyway, starting out here, and the first thing we're going to talk about is the Liqui Moly is a mix of 4 levels of oils, and this is an unusual mixture because it has hydrotreated heavy paraffinic oil, it has solvent dewaxed heavy paraffinic, and it has hydrotreated light paraffinic and solvent dewaxed light paraffinic. I have not seen too many oils with this types mixed into one oil, so I don't know. This Liqui Moly is starting off in an unusual way, and it is the 5W20 Supertech that we're looking at. Now, I did some more testing and did some comparison under their SDS, and my lab test came out to 445 degrees Fahrenheit for their flash point, and they have it listed as 428 degrees, which was 220 Celsius. This is a European oil after all. And their test for their TBN and everything was an 8.2, and we came out with an 8.48. So some differences noted there as far as what they're putting in their SDS and what's going on. As far as their total base number for their technical data, we got a 9.1 for their total base number for their spec sheet. So we got a couple different numbers coming out here. And then my lab testing came out at a 6.6, which is run-of-the-mill. Pretty much a lot of the base oils are going to have that number. Some have higher numbers, but I don't see this one having a 9.1 based on my other testing. But this is the Liqui Moly Supertech Synthetic 5W20. It comes in 5-liter containers. That's right. 5-liter containers. You can buy it online, Amazon, for $29.99, which means it is by no means the cheapest oil you can buy, but that is the price that it is. The oil tested, and as all things go, it was considered pretty much a run-of-the-mill oil, nothing familiar or abnormal that would go in there, but it does not have moly in it. And we're going to discuss that some more as far as we go. Now, we're going to compare it up to the Wally World Supertech. You got to have something to plus and minus this with. So we're going to go with the Supertech. I've done some reviews on it before. Again, the Supertech here, we got the 5-quart 5W20. And at the last purchase, it was $15.98, whether that was on sale or what. But that oil tended to have some good additives to it also. So the Supertech is going to be going up against this Liqui Moly. And on the left side, we got the Liqui Moly, and the Supertech we got on the right side. We're going to go on down the line. Aluminum was 1 in the Liqui Moly, and the Supertech was 2. Chromium was 0 and 0 across the board for both these oils. The iron was 1 for the Liqui Moly and is 2 for the Supertech. Copper showed 0 across the board for both of these oils and 0 across the board for lead. Tin was again 0 across the board for both of them. And then we run across molybdenum. That's it, molybdenum. And guess what? Liqui Moly has a big fat 0. Yeah, that's really unusual, being it's called Liqui Moly. But anyway, the Supertech outdid it by putting 58 parts per million in their oil. So good on you, Supertech. At least you bucked up and put something in there. Anyway, there's no nickel in these oils, and manganese is 0 across the board for both of these oils also. Silver is, of course, 0 content for both oils, and titanium. Yes, again, Supertech bucks up to the plate and puts in 30 parts per million titanium additive in the oil, and Liqui Moly, yep, they're definitely missing at the game. So let's go on to the potassium. Liqui Moly threw in 2 parts per million, and Supertech again outdid the Liqui Moly by putting in 3. Boron, here's where we're going to separate the men from the boys. Supertech throws in 190 parts per million boron, And again, Liqui Moly comes up short, 71 parts per million. This game is starting to look pretty bad for the Liqui Moly. Silicon, we have 2 parts per million silicon in the Liqui Moly and 7 parts per million in the Supertech. And again, that's a defoaming agent, so who knows. Sodium. Sodium is 2 parts per million across the board for both the oils. Not bad. Now, here we go. Calcium. Oh, Liqui Moly pumps in the calcium something fierce. 1,866 parts per million of the calcium, where Supertech only puts 972. So we got to give that one to the Liqui Moly. Magnesium, 5 parts per million magnesium in the Liqui Moly. And then, of course, Supertech says, whoa, we're going to catch up a little bit. And they tossed in 722 parts per million of the magnesium. Phosphorus, hey, we're pretty much neck and neck on that. Liqui Moly at 694 and the Supertech at 663. Zinc, we got Liqui Moly topping off at 759 in the zinc. And we have the Supertech coming in at a close second with 713. And no barium is found in these oils. We have the SUS viscosity for the Liqui Moly at 54.0, where the Supertech is at a 53.7. Pretty much neck and neck on those colors going on there. And CST viscosity is running 8.48 for the Liqui Moly and at 8.38. Again, neck and neck on those numbers. Flashpoint. Liqui Moly takes the lead with 445 for a flashpoint, where the Supertech has 435. No slouch being there. We have no fuel, no antifreeze, and no water in any of the samples of these virgin samples that were taken. We also have insolubles of 0 noted for the oils, and I did not do a TBN test on the Supertech, but I'm assuming it's going to be pretty darn close to what this Liqui Moly is, and that is a 6.6 TBN for the Liqui Moly. I will state that I am currently running the Liqui Moly in my Ford Edge, and I should have results here in the next few weeks on how much of this TBN was used up on this Liqui Moly, and see where it stands after, I think it's about 100 or so hours of use, all city driving and everything else. So let's go ahead. Liqui Moly, of course, is a prime example of a barely named marketed synthetic that, in my opinion, is nothing more than a Group 1 or 2 oil that is an unknown amount of Group 2 oil in it. It's crazy. But I would not give this oil more than 3,000 to 5,000 miles at best on runtime. So frequency is your friend in changing this oil. But what is in the name is not what is in the oil. Liqui Moly has no moly. Thus, the nature of the name has no connection with the anti-wear additive molybdenum. Okay? Basically, is it a marketing ploy or play on words? You're going to have to decide. But in my opinion, if I see a bottle that says Liqui Moly, I'm assuming there's moly in it. And in this case, there is absolutely 0 Liqui Moly. So as far as my recommendation on this oil, it's a big fat 0. Just due to their marketing scheme and the fact that they're impressing upon people that there's something in their oil that isn't. So therefore, boo-hoo on them. I would not even put them. I did put them, however, as a C- on there, just slightly above the Supertech in their numbers, and they just came in just barely behind the Mobil 1 high mileage oil. So that ought to tell you where they're sitting as far as an oil. Use it as your choice. It's not the cheapest oil, and by far it's going to cost you about the same, but the Supertech is a better value compared to them all. So being that said, Supertech might be a better choice. Liqui Moly is definitely not my choice. I did run it in my engine and am running it in my engine to give you guys the results of the test, however bad or good it may be. But I'll have that testing posted here shortly after I get done changing oil and getting the lab test done on it. But that being said, MACT, like, subscribe. Band of One's got some good stuff. My feet at the floor today, and I'm having a great day. And Mercy Grill's got a couple one-liners for you.
Thank you for watching MACT's videos, and remember to like and subscribe. This is a Mercy Go production.